Hey guys, it's me, Caden here, and today I will be doing something that people are probably questioning. I don't want to make a video about something that someone hasn't actually asked about, but I feel like it needs to be said, so I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm going to explain Larry's story, full on story, if you guys don't understand, which the chances are you do not understand what is going on. And I wish I made the story a little more clear, but there's a lot of stuff that happened. So I'll just start from the very beginning, starting with a video called Meet Larry. Alright, the story starts off with Bowser Jr. Yoshi's gone and he wants a friend, blah blah blah. The Kooplings are in foster home, which I want to make a video, I'm going to make Caden's Fury the movie that explains the full foster home story, the full Koopling story. That's what I want Caden's Fury the movie to be about. But anyways, I'm not talking about that right now. I will get to that probably in another video, or just, you'll see whenever you see Caden's Fury the movie. That's what the plot, I want some of the plot to be. Anyways, so they bring over Larry to stay for permanently, literally permanently. Like they're not joking around here. They just bring Larry to just stay with Bowser Jr. Yeah, they do all that. So what happens is Larry gets bullied in school a lot, so he's gonna be he wants to change. He wants to fit in with the bullies and the cool people. He doesn't want to be picked on. So he becomes Larry the Bad Boy, which is a whole series I'm making, and that is still running. It is not ended. I want to continue it for a while. I'm not saying I'm gonna make two seasons or 3 seasons. I'm not gonna do any seasons. It's just one thing. It's just one season or whatever. It's just a singular thing. I don't know if I'm gonna. I might go with season 2 maybe sometime in the future. I want the series to go on for a little bit longer. But anyways, so he becomes Larry the Bad Boy. His group's called the Bad Boys. They start this band, blah blah blah. But there is this one unknown Larry that we don't know what dimension he's originally from. But he's a Larry with, my normal voice. And he had 2 science experiments he wanted to work on. First of all, he traveled dimensions, obviously. He can travel dimensions and crap. He's a genius, like the normal Caden's Fury Larry. So what happened was he had 2 different things he was working on. First thing he was working on was the parasite apocalypse thing. You can check out my series, Koopling's Right, the Parasite Madness, which explains that, which is a story on that, because things are getting complicated, guys, so follow along. So what happened was he created that, and he wanted to create 2 things. He wanted to create that and the zombie apocalypse, to experiment on them to see how they would work out in the real world. So, which was the real world, but I guess in just a different dimension, which I made a series called The Zombie Apocalypse, explaining the zombies thing on CFS, aka Caden's Fury series. Check that out if you want. I don't really care. So what happened was he wanted a dimension he could permanently stay in. The parasite dimension was his dimension. That's what happened. Okay, the parasite dimension was his original dimension, but he created the freaking apocalypse there, so he wanted to stay in a different dimension, which was the Caden's Fury dimension. That's where he wanted to stay from now on. It was just a random dimension he had picked. Little did he know that there was a problem. Well, first of all, he hated the Larry there, the Bad Boy Larry, which was still continuing. He was annoying, so he tried to. So whenever Larry the Bad Boy ended, people thought he shot himself. But no, he was going to, but then the Larry popped up and shot him, which gets explained in Koopling's Right after Parasite Madness Season 2, Episode 2. He got shot, and then he didn't shoot him the second time. He never died. But anyways, he ended up surviving. I'm not going to explain that. That part doesn't matter. Anyways, he ended up surviving, and but what's happening is Larry, the normal Larry, he is staying, because that Larry, the Larry that thought he died or shot him or whatever, but everyone thought he was dead for a while, but then Junior found out he wasn't still dead, and then everything was pretty much back to normal, except it wasn't. The other Larry was still in that dimension. Like he said, he wanted to stay in a dimension, but he wanted to stay in one that was exactly like his. He wanted to feel as if nothing changed. So he stayed in this dimension with the Kooplings, and he stayed with them. He blended in. Well, the other Larry went undercover because he didn't want to be like, hey, there is a different Larry for a different dimension. Oh my God, obviously that would freak everyone out. Yeah, so he never ended up doing that. I was about to say something really cringy, but never mind. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, so he stayed, I guess, living outside, and Junior would feed him, I guess, or whatnot. But he stayed undercover where no one could see him. And that's pretty much, I summed up that story way faster than I thought I would. Holy crap. I explained the whole story that fast. Anyways, the other Larry's dead. Okay, so, as you know, the zombie apocalypse, after 1 year, he died. Which, he left that dimension, but that's what's taking place now. Except the zombie apocalypse takes place way later, and by now Larry's already dead on zombie apocalypse. But but on this series, it's taking place right after Larry left, and that's and then zombie apocalypse. If you watch this series, you'll see Owen and Larry, they left, and then Larry from the Caden series dimension was watching the entire thing. And he's like, okay, let's destroy this, and all is good. Everyone's fine, everything's back to normal. Larry's back with his friends, and or everyone. His voice is back to normal. Everything's back to normal. There's one thing. Joshy. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. There's one more thing I want to clarify. I don't know if you guys understood by the story, what I meant by Larry, covering for the other Larry, is that he was covering him for the whole time. That whole phase where Larry had my normal voice, that was the other Larry from the other dimension blending in. So, yeah. Hey guys, I actually have 2 updates real quick. Just to end off the video, I have 2 updates. I have this thing. This is my favorite mode right here. Yeah, it changes colors. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think, yeah, you can definitely see it. See, it was like blue, then it was purple, then it was red, now it's turning yellow, now it's turning green. So, yeah, it doesn't show up as good on camera. See, now it's turning blue again. But yeah, that's one of the updates. And you can see it good right from here. So, anyways, guys, the other thing I have to say is that I actually made a playlist on Larry's full entire story. Go check it out. The name of the playlist is I think it's like called every video in order explaining Larry's story or something along the lines of that. Go check out the playlist. You'll know it when you see it. So yeah. Subscribe to this channel right here, and the BTS version, and the series version, and just subscribe.